Um, I will say, let me ask you, what questions do you have so far?
With me, you can assume I know so little that I don't even have the questions. Right? Like when it come to them spaces and the things you and Larry be having conversations about, like I'm just paying attention because I don't have no clue what half the stuff is y'all talking about. Like he more the tech dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just you know how you hang out on the sideline and pick up a little here and there. That's my method of education right now.
Well, the space is definitely still rapidly evolving, as expected. Um, some people are, yeah, I guess consider this right now. We're in a bear market. I wouldn't really say so, but prices are low. So I would say the entry level to start looking to investing in these type of digital assets would be now, especially those who haven't invested yet. Um, and the price is low, so it's something to consider. I think what is happening right now, especially I say with NFT projects, is it's coming to a time where some people need to take some time off and try to figure out new, innovative ways as to how to approach the space. So, some of the same type of projects aren't being brought out. Something new, something original. I think the best way you can find a solution to that is think of the problem. Anybody who's in the space, think of any problems that you may encounter in the space, and then kind of jot that problem down, and then see maybe if you can connect with a developer or some sort to see if you can kind of work that technical kink out to see if you can create something innovative from there. Just something as small as that, like it's just coming to a space where, like, yes, it's moving fast, but then you can tell it's a part of it where it's like slowing down because it's like the same people putting out the same type of stuff, and
Hmm.
we're at a moment where we need like a breather of something completely new and innovative. But I think it's coming, especially with how fast everything is moving, regardless as far as technology, um, and the collaboration. I think more people need to start collaborating. One thing I do notice is the people who are within web space, the Web3 space. Some people just got to get out of their shells, and just reach out, communicate a little bit more. Network is the people around you. If you're in Web3, you're already blessed, but just reach out to other individuals who are just a serious issue. If you don't have the money, that's fine. Trade the skill. Everybody coming in has a certain type of skill. So whether that be you being a researcher, whether that be you being a gamer, it doesn't matter. You can put that skill set to use, and collaborate with people who have the skills that you don't. Pretty much, Um, I think people who try to one man it all in this space, you'll get burnt out really fast. So it's important that you collaborate with people to make things much easier. Not only that, you guys can make, a huge impact working together versus just solo.
Now earlier, when we was talking about buying property or land or whatnot
In the
in the
metaverse.
metaverse,
Mm-hmm.
and you know when the numbers is decent right now. Now, for somebody like me that don't know what it means to own property in the metaverse, simplify that for me, for us. What would the opportunity of owning a piece of property in the metaverse and the things we could do with it and how we could turn that into revenue?
Um. Well, easiest way thing is anything that you do in real life, you just have to find a way to how to convert it into this space of the metaverse. But when it comes to the real estate aspect of it. I think it's awesome because let's say you have a brick and mortar business. What depending on what that brick and mortar business is. Let's say you have a hair salon, okay, but you sell your own hair products within that hair salon. So you can actually buy real estate in the metaverse and then rebuild your building in the metaverse exactly how it's modeled in the real world. And then what you can do is the products that you sell, you can create all of those as collectible NFTs to where the customer, when they buy the NFT, they actually get the physical tangible. So it's, a way for people who may be, across the country or different parts of the world to get to experience, you and your business, and what you have to offer. So you can do that with a lot of different models, even if it's a clothing store. Let's say you have your own clothing store, and you have a physical brick and mortar, but you want to bring it to the metaverse. Well, you can buy the land in the metaverse, create the digital real estate and voxels, on it, on top of that land, modeled out exactly how your brick and mortar is modeled out, and then you would use your clothing line. You could create those as voxel, as collectibles, and make them as NFTs. So when the person buys that NFT, they would get that tangible clothing item. You would do it all. It's just you transferring it to a different realm, but it's pretty much that's how you would get that structured up there. So that way, people who don't have access, to your physical store, they still get to experience that through the digital side.
So they like will walk into the store and virtual reality,
Yes.
and
Yes.
with their Oculus or whatever you're on.
Yep.
That's dope. No. Now that's from a business owner aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go from just your average Joe on the street. Tax time then came. I made a couple dollars, caught a couple nice little refund. I ain't got a lot, but I got a couple G's. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do what does what does that person? How does that person get involved in this stuff and make it where it can make sense for them, like where they can get money? Because like you said, they ain't working with much. There's some tax refund money. So instead of buying a lemon
you could
car,
just buy some, buy the property and hold it as space, and then just rent it out to people who want to advertise there.
okay, now let's talk about that. That's interesting. Renting it out. Now when you catching my attention, because I'm trying to see if I buy some property, what exactly could I do with it? Because I don't got nothing going on to put in it, but I could rent it out.
Yeah, some people that's their sole intention. They buy the property and then they'll just have a slab, and then the advertisement will go on that slab. So when you're in the metaverse, you'll see it, but that they're being paid for that. So
Man.
to hell with that space. So, or you can create a gallery and have the artist, pay for the space. Yeah, it's multiple ways, but I think the quickest, like, if you really didn't want to do anything, it's just the ad space, make that, create the space where people can have their ads. If you want to make it look nice, you got to think about presentation is everything. So, if you make the space look a little nice, people will be more willing to want to put, their advertisements right there with you.
Yeah, now that got me interested because I'm already into the advertising field or whatnot for this here with the station. I deal with my man Augie with show billboards or whatnot. So I'm trying to see how do I take that, what I do out here, and do it there. And if I buy different lands and then do I get to select where I want to be at? Like, is it like some hot areas, like you want to be over here because this type of stuff over here? Or
yeah, that's something to consider.
Some desert areas where ain't nothing going on, so it's cheap, but I can go down to City Hall and find out in 3 years they planning on doing some stuff over there that I don't nobody know about. Do it work like that?
So something to consider is like if you, depending on just like in real life, you have to think about the foot traffic or where it's at. So if you happen to be looking at a property that is right next to a big corporation that had already came in, just saying expect the surrounding real estate around it to rise. So you may have to pay a heavier cost, but understand, well, that particular landmark or that particular landmark in the metaverse does come with a certain type of foot traffic. So it's something to keep in mind, but not to say that any other space in the metaverse isn't as important, but it's just if you are looking for like more popular areas, just expect to pay a little bit more. But again, this is all still new, so a lot of the players haven't even fully came in yet. So right now, if you can just get a little bit, just get something, do it as a group. Just start from there. Do it as a group. Create something there, a space for people. If you don't want to really do too much with it, just create the space for other people. That's really what it's about.
Okay.
Working together.
That's interesting. Hey, y'all got any questions, man? Y'all can feel free to text or call in 414-502-9447 and let us know, man. And you can also hit the social media. Hit us up in the inboxes on the Facebook pages, Instagram pages, or whatnot with any questions you have. And we'll make sure we get them over and get them discussed and get us the news we can use on these topics, man. Because like I told you, the only way I'm going to learn this stuff is if we have it here and it's getting taught to y'all, and then I get to learn it on the side. Because otherwise, I just be doing entirely too much. And I don't know what to cut back on to make room for to do something else because I'm already doing too much. If that make any sense to y'all. But some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But that's what it's at, man. Y'all give them your social media so they can hit you up on your Instagram and all that when you're not here with us.
So my IG is T9LET and _. For IG, and for Twitter is to Nylet. So twitter.com/T9LET.
To Nylet.
Yes, I'm on Twitter mostly, so you have a pretty good chance of catching me over there mostly. And sometimes I do spaces, so anyone is more than welcome to come to my spaces sometimes. Now, what you may hear in the spaces, I have no control over that. I attract all type of people, so just giving everyone a warning. And I don't judge people, so just saying, like I said, I never know who's going to come into my space and what they're going to say.
They be having people come in there pranking and like they was doing that on Facebook for a minute. Somebody be going live, then they ask to request to join your live, and then they join your live and they come on your live.
I'm not even gonna repeat.
They
some of the
doing
stuff
all
that
kind
came in. Some of the people that came.
inappropriate.
Well, some people came in being disrespectful. Of course, I had to kick them out. But if you come to my space, just know, I sometimes attract all types of energies. So, just keep an open mind if you come.
All right, y'all. That's it, man. Y'all stay with us, hittinghardradio.com. We'll get you back to the music. Let's go.
This is hittinghardradio.com.
Check out your station on the World Wide Web.
hittinghardradio.com.